Okay, so question 8. Ben and Ruth want to have a vegetable patch and a pond in their back garden. They draw a plan of the garden on a grid. The vegetable patch must have an area of 9 meters squared and be at least 1 meter from any fence or the house. The pond needs a rectangular space 2 by 1 and to be at least 3 meters from the house. So here we can see we have the plan, and we can see there that the key is 1 square is 1 meter squared in the garden. So this means that from here to here is 1 meter from the fence, from here to here is 1 meter from this fence. I'm hoping that you can see the cursor moving. Okay, so we'll just do this bit by bit. Now the vegetable patch must have an area of 9 meters squared. Now we know that area is meters times meters, so to get 9 meters squared we could have 1 meter by 9, because 1 times 9 is 9, or we could have a 3 meter by 3 meter square. That would give us 3 times 3 is 9 meters squared. So I will be inclined to go for 3 times 3, purely because it's a bit more compact, and it must be 1 meter from any fence or the house. So the pond is a rectangular space, and actually tells the dimensions. It must be 2 meters by 1 meter. It can be okay near the fence, but it must be 3 meters from the house. So let's put the vegetable patch in. So it must be 1 meter from the fence, any fence or a house. So we're going to make this 3 by 3. Okay, so we can't be anywhere within this row of squares, or here or here. Okay, but we need to go 3 by 3. Now I can see that if I go here, okay, that's not a very straight line, but if I go here, okay, now that's 3 squares and that's 3 squares. So these 3 squares are 1 meter away from the house, so that's okay. And these 3 squares here are also 1 meter away from the fence. So I can put my vegetable patch in here. So if I just write veg patch, so the examiners can see what I'm doing. So I could have moved it over a little bit, but the vegetable patch will be in front of the shed. So just for convenience, I've put it here so it's out of the way of the shed, and it is 1 meter away from the house and 1 meter away from the fence. So now all we've got to do is put in the pond, and it says that should be 2 meters by 1 meter and 3 meters from the house. Now there are lots of places that this could go. We know it's 2 by 1, so let's say here. So this is 1 by 2. Okay, obviously you're going to do this with a ruler, so you're going to do this much neater than I've done it. And in here I can just write pond. Okay, so this is much more than 3 meters away from the house. It doesn't say that it has to be any distance from a fence or anything else, just from the house. So we can see that it's more than 3 meters away from the house. Now I could have moved this over a little bit, or next to the veg patch, or in this corner. Okay, so it's just as long as it obeys the rules that are set by the question. Okay, so this is not the only answer, this is an answer. Okay, so again, I always say this, but I do hope it helps, and we'll move on to the next question.